Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. It's your guy, J100, YGCX Pop Off, J100 Gaming, Puff Puff, No Pass Reacts, back with another reaction video. This time, we doing a reaction to 10 most dangerous cities in the United States. 10 most dangerous cities in the United States. Today, as you know, Puff Puff, gotta have something to Puff Puff on while we react. I'm burning Gorilla Glue number 4. Without further ado, I'm tripping. Y'all already know what to do. Go ahead and drop a like on the video. Drop a like on the video real quick. Did you do it? That shit free, so you might as well go ahead and do it. Click. That's simple. Alright, now what I need you to do is make sure you subscribe to the channel. Puff Puff, No Pass Reacts. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, man. That's free too. Might not mean a lot to y'all, but it means a lot to me, for real. And then make sure that notification bell is turned on. Make sure the notification bell is turned on so every time that I go live or I post a new upload, y'all be the first to know about it. You already know they link the videos to the algorithm and the views to the algorithm and how that good stuff go. But without further ado, let's get into it. 10 most dangerous cities in the United States. Let's go.
What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the world according to Briggs. Did you know the Bureau of Justice Statistics, in partnership with the Federal Bureau of Investigation, release crime stats every year? They do. They gather up all the information about violent crimes and they organize it into a fancy spreadsheet for idiots like myself to comb over and make ridiculous videos about. Today we're taking a look at the most dangerous cities in the United States. Every year I do this list and they release their findings. In those 4 years, some have come and some have gone on the worst 10. There are about 4 of them that always seem to make the list. And there's a reason for that. These cities suck and are not safe for human beings. They're not even safe for my 40-year-old sea monkeys. I actually asked a worker at SeaWorld in San Diego if they had sea monkeys when I was like 8. The dude laughed so hard he had to sit down. My mom started laughing. I finally kicked the broom out of the dude's hand. Walked on, dick. A couple things about this list. We are going to look at the violent crime rate and how much higher it is than the national average, which in the United States, it's 382.9 violent crimes for every 100,000 residents. Now, before you leave a comment about Chicago being the worst, stop typing. It's not. They may have the most violent crimes, but they also have 3 times as many people than most of the cities on this list.
Right.
So saying that they're the most dangerous wouldn't be correct, now would it? If you don't understand that, I encourage you to take us to...
It's a lot of people in Chicago. It's a lot of people in California. It's a lot of people in New York, bro. Let's not forget that. You're correct.
Statistics class, or take a look at Khan Academy. They'll explain it to you. Anyway, dangerous cities are bad, and I'm going to list the most dangerous ones in the United States for 2020 for you right now. Here we are.
1 NZT pill. You're on the verge of having a life that most people can't even begin to imagine.
And no, it's not coronavirus. It's good kush.
Number 10, San Antonio, Texas. Now, I didn't see this one coming. In the times that I've visited San Antonio, it seemed relatively safe and a nice place to be. It was hot, sure, but it didn't seem extremely dangerous compared to other places I've visited. San Antonio is 75 miles southwest of its neighboring city, Austin, which happens to be the state's capital. It's about 190 miles west of Houston. This city has a little over 1.5 million residents with a...
Bro, I really didn't think San Antonio was one of the most dangerous cities in the U.S. I would have thought maybe like Houston or Dallas. I know Houston is on fire right now, bro. Like, shit getting tweaky in that city. Maybe because it was older than... I don't know, bro. I don't know. Maybe they know what I don't know. San Antonio over Houston, though? Shocked the hell out of me.
With about 2.5 living in the metro area. San Antonio has a great downtown, and the Riverwalk is one of my favorite things to visit in Texas. It's really nice, great food, great people, just a very relaxing place to visit. My advice is stick to the Riverwalk to be safe, because if you wander in the wrong place, you might get stomped or worse. The violent crime rate in San Antonio is 65% higher.
San Antonio Stompers? Let me find out. They got a team called the San Antonio Stompers. Out there fucking with people, man. Just trying to go get me an ice cream or a drink. And you down there just trying to stomp somebody. Not me.
Higher than the national average. You have a 1 in 160 chance of being a victim of a violent crime in San Antonio. Number 9, Atlanta, Georgia. Atlanta is situated among the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains and has one of the highest elevations of any major city east of the Mississippi River at 1,050 feet above sea level. I've always known Atlanta has some rough spots. I never thought that they were one of the most violent. While being assaulted, has ever thought, hey, what happened to all that Southern hospital?
Like, yeah, I knew Atlanta active. Atlanta active. They active. I ain't know they was up there as like the most dangerous. But I know they active though. I know they with the shit. They can be with the shit.
Atlanta is very spread out, and even more so when you look at all the suburbs. The city itself only has a little over 500,000 residents, but the entire metro area has...
Hey, shout out to my YGC boys down there, man, in Georgia too, bro. They holding it down. YGC, Young Global Clothing.
Has over 6 million. There are good people in some incredibly nice areas in and around Atlanta. They just have some truly ugly parts that bring this whole city down. The violent crime rate in Atlanta is 102% higher than the national average. The likelihood that you will become a victim of a violent crime in Atlanta is 1 in 131. That's not a good number.
Hell no. That ain't too bad of a
number. 8, Indianapolis, Indiana. How can this place be bad?
Oh yeah,
it has a world famous rate.
Bro, I didn't think it was Indianapolis that was gonna be the worst. I would see like Fort Worth. I think that's what it is. Fort Wayne and Gary. I ain't think Indianapolis actually would have been, but Fort Wayne and Gary, they be going hard. They be going hard. Hey, shout out to everybody out in Gary and Fort Wayne, bro. They be going hard.
Racetrack. It's in middle America, and Peyton Manning made a career here. Manning's so wholesome and nice. How could this place be bad? It is. Indy has so much potential.
Oh, I've been through Indianapolis. You know what I'm saying? I was going to Illinois and different spots like that, man. I've been through Indianapolis a couple times, bro. It ain't that bad. It's nice, but you could man, you just can't go by how nice the city look though. You can't go by that, cause it'll trick the fuck out of you. I know the city that I'm in right now. Hey, it look nice. It looks sweet. It look like a place that you want to retire, but we heavily active over here. Heavily. Like, don't let the smooth taste fool you, pretty much.
Potential to be a better version of what it is. Every year, I see this place sliding closer and closer to that Detroit-St. Louis nightmare. If you don't know, Indianapolis is in the east north central region of the Midwest in central Indiana. It encompasses a total area of 368.2 square miles of suckage, actually.
And bro, like I seen all this, I seen it all before too. Like majority of this before, besides like the West Coast. I ain't been to the West Coast, but like St. Louis, East St. Louis, been through there. It's really real down there. It's really real. Detroit, like, it's really real. It's always been real in Detroit. Like when I was little kid going up there, bro, you could already tell what was up. And now that I'm grown and I got active myself, bro, they go hard. They go hard. That's not a place that you want to go to unless you know somebody.
And it's dangerous. The violent crime here is 234% higher than the national average. Total crime is pretty high too. It's 109% higher than the national average, but 234% higher. Your chance of becoming a victim of a violent crime in Indianapolis is 1 in 79. Number 7, Oakland, California. What can you say about a city that lost the Raiders twice? Not a lot of good things.
Hey, shout out to my people in the Bay, man. They fuck with me on the music. They fuck with machine music. They fuck with us tough where I'm at, bro. If you know, you know. But shout out to the Bay, man. They show hella love. Always did, bro. You already know.
While I was researching this video, I came up with a new slogan for the city's website. Half the price of San Francisco, double the danger. Oaktown is the largest city in the East Bay of the San Francisco Bay Area. It's where tech startups go when they didn't get enough money for their second round of funding. Side note, if there's any tech startups out there that want to sponsor my videos, I'm listening. The email's down below. Now, Oakland isn't the safest place, and you can tell by this number, 235%. Yeah, the violent crime rate in Oakland is 235% higher than the national average. Don't live in Oakland.
$300 for that, and $2,000 for this, way too expensive. But today I'm going to show you guys how to get all this stuff for a lot cheaper. Okay, so first, go to one of your favorite gaming
Cali
websites.
get down anyway. Cali get down. Them boys get down, man. Them boys get down. Yeah.
Number 6, Little Rock, Arkansas. In 1994, HBO had a documentary called Gang Wars.
Bruh, I seen Gang Wars, so I'm not too shocked that Little Rock is on here, because I remember that. And they said it's active out there, bro. It's a lot of gangs and shit out in Little Rock, Arkansas. Bro, I had no idea until I seen that Gang Wars. I had no idea. I didn't know what the fuck was in Arkansas, period. But now I know it's gangs and shit out there. They a little bit active. Well, maybe not a little bit active. Them boys, I mean, they getting down with it. They made the list, so shit, obviously they getting down with it. But it's just like, wow. Who would have thought?
Banging in Little Rock. And I have to admit, when I watched it, I thought it was a mockumentary. I thought this was all a big joke. Turns out, these country folks were serious about being, or at least wanting to be, gang members. So, that right there tells you Little Rock has sucked for some time now. In case you don't know, Little Rock is located on the south bank of the Arkansas River in central Arkansas. The city has almost 200,000 residents, with the metro area having about 750,000. Now, they excel in very few things. Violent crime is one of them. They are 280% higher than the national average. If you spend any time in Little Rock, Arkansas, your chances of being the victim of a violent crime are 1 in 70. The person that assaults you may not have any teeth, but you're getting assaulted.
Man, what the fuck do they be on up there in
Number
Arkansas,
5,
bro?
St. Louis, Missouri. St. Louis, Missouri is on the western bank of the Mississippi River, which also forms...
Hey, shout out to my St. Louis homies, man. Yeah. My guys get it in, they get active, bro. Yeah, they get it in.
The state line between Illinois and Missouri, and it's just south of where the Missouri River...
Man, they might as well just be the same state for real. St. Louis and Illinois. I mean, Missouri and Illinois, bro. They just might as well combine them. They so close together. It's right there. Short trip. Boom. Short trip.
Merges with the Mississippi River. No wonder they call it the gateway to the West. Back in the days before trains, planes, and automobiles, a good river was a great way to travel. These days, it's less of a gateway to the West, more of a gateway to the afterlife. St. Louis is a dangerous place. Some areas are really, really bad. St. Louis, though, isn't completely bad. They have some really nice neighborhoods. They just have more than their fair share of bad neighborhoods. The violent crime rate in St. Louis is 373% higher than the national average. There's a 1 in 56 chance that you will experience a violent crime while staying in St. Louis.
Yeah, I believe.
Number 4, Flint, Michigan. Flint, Michigan is a cautionary tale for the rest of the world, maybe even the galaxy. Flint wasn't the greatest place before 2014. After 2014, it became a disaster. The Flint water crisis started in 2014 after the drinking water source for the city was changed.
Yeah, man, they fucked Flint over, bro. Like, I ain't even gonna get all the way into it, but I'm sure y'all heard or know a little bit about it. They fucked Flint over, man. It's like they just set them up for failure without even helping them. Like, it was individuals that was helping Flint, like celebrities and stars and you know, your elite type people. They was helping them over the government. The government did very little, and it took so long for the little that they did do, bro. My prayer's still with them, but shout out to Flint though. Y'all a different breed. Y'all strong, man. Real talk.
Which from the treated Detroit Water and Sewage Department's water which was sourced at Lake Huron through the Detroit River, to the Flint River. Officials failed to apply corrosive inhibitors to the water. As a result, the lead from aging pipes leached into the water supply, leading to extremely elevated levels of heavy metals, exposing over 100,000 residents to poisonous water, essentially. These days, they don't have jobs or good water. They do have a lot of bad water, poverty, and plenty of violence. The violent crime rate in Flint is 378% higher than the national average. In Flint, you have a 1 in 56 chance of being the victim of a violent
I
crime.
understand why, though.
Number 3, Baltimore, Maryland. Baltimore is a city that makes this
always
list
heard about
every
them, bro.
single
Always
year,
heard
and it
about
has
Baltimore.
been for many years.
Baltimore
Long before I
always
was making
been
these
turned up.
videos,
They
they
always
had all
been
the right
turned up.
stats and all the right places to make this type of list. HBO even did a cop show and used Baltimore as the setting. It was called The Wire. I've talked about it before. If you haven't watched it, you might want to. It's really good. I think they had like 5 seasons. Anyway, I'm not
Yeah, The
sure
Wire
how
was
much
dope.
longer the
Wire was
suckage
dope.
in Baltimore will be a thing. I've noticed tech companies are making B-more their new home. They bring in money, and with money comes lower crime. That's just a fact. When people have jobs and the city has money, crimes quit happening. Not completely, but the crime rate sure does shrink. These days, it's alarmingly high. The violent crime rate in Baltimore is 382% higher than the national average. In Baltimore, your chances of becoming a victim of a violent crime are 1 in 54.
Now streaming. I'm not supposed
Baltimore
to
be,
be here. Can you help me get back? Why?
them
It's
boys
boring.
wild.
You're missing out on the
Them
joys
boys
of life.
wild
Like,
up there, man. But they've been through it as well, bro. They've been through it as well.
Number 2, Memphis, Tennessee. Memphis is starting to
Yeah,
feel
Memphis been
familiar
turned up.
when
I watched
we talk
the first
about
48,
violent
bro, so I
crime.
know Memphis
A couple
been
years
turned
back,
up.
while
I ain't
researching
never
the
been down
place,
there, but
they
I
had
know
an
they
odd
turned
amount
up.
of people using machetes to send someone
Good
to
with
the
the bad, of
afterlife.
course.
Remember
There's
that
great
movie
things in the city
Beetlejuice
and
where
there's
they
bad things in
had
the city.
deaths?
Yeah, bro, it's always gonna be great things in the city, beautiful things, and then it's always gonna be bad shit that happen, bro. It's bad shit that happen everywhere, but it's always some beautiful things in the city, man. Like I heard Memphis was beautiful, but you just gotta watch how you maneuver. That's everywhere.
Waiting room, and everyone in the waiting room was in the condition that they were when they died. That's like this weird fear I have. I can't imagine going to the afterlife in the condition that may include a machete protruding from my dome. I imagine, I don't know, your parachute not opening or something like that would have a pretty ridiculous look on your face in that waiting room too. Memphis is a city along the Mississippi River in the southwestern section of Tennessee. It is bordered by Arkansas and Mississippi. That's like being dealt a really bad hand. I'm surprised they aren't even worse with those two neighbors.
I wonder what
The
pyramid
overall
that is.
crime in Memphis.
Hey, what pyramid is that in Memphis, y'all? What's that? Hey, if y'all know, drop a comment down below. I want to know what pyramid that is right there. Maybe it's like a hotel or something like. I don't know. If y'all know what it is, drop a comment down below and let me know. Appreciate it.
Memphis is 224% higher than the national average. The violent crime is 411% higher than the national average. That's brutal. The likelihood that you will become a victim of a violent crime while in Memphis is 1 in 51. That's brutal. Not as brutal as that whole machete thing, but still.
Oh, man. The number 1. Here we go.
And number 1, Portland, Oregon. Just kidding. We're having riots around the federal building and the police union building this week, but yeah, the rest of the city. I was down there yesterday and I saw people in the park eating lunch. It was, yeah, not a big deal. People were sitting outside at
What's
Starbucks.
the number 1, bro?
Come on.
Get to the
Don't
point.
go
What
anywhere
is it?
near the federal building or the police
is?
union and you'll be okay. But here's the real one. Number 1, Detroit, Michigan. If you haven't heard Detroit is in bad
Yeah,
shape,
indeed.
I can't help you.
Hey, shout out to all my guys up in Detroit, man. If you know, you know, man. You know. Hey, them guys go hard. They get it in. But they some of the coolest, genuine people you gonna meet. For real, for real. It's a lot of good-hearted and good-spirited people up there. But it's the situations that they're in, bro. And it's not a lot of opportunity up there. So, of course, you're gonna have that frustration. And you're gonna have the the criminal activity and violence just due to the lack of resources, bro. People just they frustrated, and then it just bubble over. People can only take so much without without, you know, your country helping. So I understand all of that. I understand all of that all too well, for real, for real. But let's get back into it.
You might want to switch up your news source. The smoke signals and carrier pigeons ain't keeping you up to date like you should be. Detroit has been on a steady slide for many, many years. Most of the city looks like it could be used to film a season of The Walking Dead. Right now it looks just like a lot of the filming locations, just no zombies. The downtown area has made a decent turnaround. It just hasn't spread out as much as they'd like yet. Detroit is a very violent city. They don't have a lot of jobs. They've got too much open space, abandoned buildings. It's not a good place to be, especially when you hear this. Their total crime is 145% above the national average, and their violent crime is 428% higher than the national average. You have a 1 in 49 chance of falling victim to a violent crime while in Detroit, Michigan. Stay away from Detroit, Michigan. Unless you're just going to downtown, then that's okay.
Hey, there you have it. Another reaction video with your boy Puff Puff, No Pass Reacts, J100, YGCX Pop Off, whatever you want to call me today. Just don't call me broke, you dig? That was 10 most dangerous cities in the United States. That was a pretty dope video. Hey, make sure y'all drop some comments down below and let me know some videos you want me to react to. Like I said, I'm reacting to whatever you guys want to see. I'm interested to see them too. The videos that y'all have been submitting and telling me to watch, they've been good so far. They've definitely been good, and I appreciate it. Man, I appreciate the viewers. I appreciate the new subscribers. Make sure y'all hit that like button, sub up if you haven't already. We only going up from here, real talk. With that being said, I got shit to do. I know y'all got shit to do, so let's go do that shit. Holler back at y'all later. Different time, same place. It's your guy.